So a couple of weeks ago, I posted this graphic on Instagram and Mambo wanted me to give you an explanation. So I'm going to give you the average cash flow patterns between the working class, the middle class, and the financially savvy. The working class, they get their salaries. Salaries are taxed, and that's their income. And their income goes to paying their living expenses. And that's it. And that's the cycle that the working class are in. Money is in via salary, money goes out via living expenses. And the key thing to note here that there are no investments into any assets. The middle class are basically pretty much the same. Obviously, a higher salary. The income is taxed in the form of a salary, and that goes towards their living expenses. And the middle class also purchase liabilities with their income as well. Liabilities such as vehicles, such as housing. And I know you're probably thinking that your house is an asset. An asset is something that puts money into your pocket, whereas a liability is something that takes it out. So if you are in a property that has multiple dwellings, giving you an income, then you can call that an asset. All right, and that's the cash flow pattern of the middle class. Money just flows in and it goes into expenses and it goes into liabilities. I know that there are some that are investing, which is great, but we want the investing portion to be far greater. And that's what the financially savvy do. And the financially savvy is not just the super rich 1%. It's regular people that fall within the working class, middle class bracket that are using this cash flow strategy to start keeping more of their hard-earned money. So this is what the financially savvy do. They have assets. They've built assets over time. They were in the middle class with that cash flow pattern, and over time they started accumulating assets, and now they are in a completely different cash flow pattern. So these are the assets like business, rental income, paper assets that provide an income to the financially savvy. The key thing to note there that most of the expenses that the middle class and the working class pay from the salaries, the financially savvy pay those expenses from their assets. They do the same with liabilities. If they need a vehicle, if they want to purchase more property, it's all done from the asset pocket. All right, so this basically means if the expenses are paid by the asset, the liabilities are paid by the asset, what do they do with the income that they receive? They buy more assets, which will eventually pay them more. And this is the cycle to look for. Use your income to buy assets, assets will pay you. And you can slowly start shifting towards this pattern, whichever class you're in, whether you're in the working class, whether you're in the middle class, start shifting to the financially savvy cash flow pattern where your expenses come out of your assets, your liabilities come out of the assets, and the cash that you have on your hand, you're being wise with it and investing in more assets. So if you're not happy with your current cash flow pattern and you're looking for a more financially savvy cash flow pattern, reach out, I can help.